Hey everybody, I just wanted to do one more quick video. I was just watching The Talk on CBS and there was a topic about microchip implanting in your hand, and there's a Wisconsin company that's doing it for their employees. They're asking them to, and it's voluntarily, if you want to get a microchip implanted in your hand. And what this microchip can do is log you into your computers, open doors. You can use debit or credit functions in the break room. But I've also heard that some people do have a similar type microchip. Now the microchip is as big as a grain of rice. Now some people have it where they go to the hospital and all their medical records are on this microchip. Now when I was young, and I bet a lot of other people too were told about this. Now, there's a thing called the mark of the beast, and it's biblical, and it talks about a mark being implanted in your hand, a microchip being implanted in your hand, and also in your skull. Now, personally, I would not want a microchip implanted in me because I don't trust people. Even though they say they're not going to do certain things with this chip, or they're not going to track where you are and all that. My thing is, if they're implanting a machine in you, a microchip in you that can do that much, who's to say that this little microchip can't control you, can't control your functions or start to read your thoughts and everything? Because technology has come so far than when we were kids, because if you think about it, remember back then the phones were analog and now they're digital. Everything is digital now, even with the televisions, everything is digital because you are being monitored, you are being watched. They want to control you, they want to see what you're doing. So I would say if you're going to do that, I'm not trying to deter anybody from doing that if they want to do that, but I would just say be careful and know what you're getting into, because sometimes you're running down there for the calls and you end up because. And I remember Hope Flood saying that joke. Sometimes you'll run down there for the calls and you'll end up deceased because. So kind of be careful of what you're getting into and do your research on this, because that's a kind of scary thing to implant a chip in your body that can open doors, that can have your credit card information, that can buy food and stuff like that. But my thing is, can they control your mind with this chip? Can they control your thoughts? Can they see your thoughts? Can they know what you're about to do? Can they see through your eyes with this chip? So does anybody have any information about this little grain of rice chip, mark of the beast? So leave me some comments below, because this is a topic that I definitely want to discuss. I definitely want to get into. It's like I said, as a child, I was told if anybody ever came to me and offered that, no, no, no. And I even told my mother that. I said, Ma, if I'm laid out in a hospital and I'm sick and they want to put a chip in me, you tell them no. Don't you put no chip in me, And if I need a blood transfusion, I'll get it from you, because because you don't even with blood, they don't know enough about that, because there's life in the blood and you don't know where everybody's blood been. You don't know that type of life that everybody has lived. So you have to be careful. You have to pray on it, and you have to, really think everything out. So just, be careful in this type of thing, this little microchip thing, mark of the beast. And I do believe that, this is just my personal belief. I do believe that they'll be able to control your thoughts. They'll be able to know what you're doing, even though they say they're not doing that. But sometimes some people have some ulterior motives that they don't tell you about. Like even with your social medias, how your bosses can check out your social medias, or they can request information. And this should be known to people, even though you got your pages private, but they could tell them like, you're a conspiracy against something, or you're against the government or something like that, and they can get that information. So don't think that everything that you post is private. So I also say be careful of what you post, because some of these employers, especially when you're going out for jobs, they'll go out and look at it and see what you post, and it may not line up with their vision of stuff. But if you don't have anything to hide, or you want to post what you want to post on your social media, you post what you want to post on your social media. But if you are in line for a job or stuff like that, just be wary of what you post. But me, I personally don't post anything. I try not to post anything offensive to anybody. Most of my social media, like on my Facebook, is recipes or an inspirational word. And then same thing like here on my YouTube, an inspirational word or food reviews and stuff like that, and just conversations with people about stuff. But I just thought that was an interesting topic that this was coming up, because I actually, like I said, I thought it was done years ago, but I do know a person who I worked with that said they had the microchip in their hand and it has all their medical information on it. And now I hear about this Wisconsin company putting the microchip in the hand as well, just for things work related. But my thing is, do they take it out when you leave that job, or is it there forever? So I would question that, and let's open up some dialogue about that, about the rice grain microchip in your hand, mark of the beast. Let's open up some dialogue. I'm dying to hear your comments on this. Be well.